I don't know if this is working. Okay, there we go. So basically, no one's ever going to watch this because it's going to be insanely long and very boring. Um, but I have a design for a 3D printer. It's partly based off Ivan Miranda's design, which go watch him instead of me. His content's way better. Um, but like this part's based off Ivan Miranda. This E3D hot end mount here is based off Ivan Miranda's design. Um, and kind of the whole general concept is based off of a lot of his work on his big 3D printer. Um, but it is a unique design that has kind of been Americanified because I live in America and I don't have easy access to metric parts, and Ivan is in Spain and he designed his printer around metric parts. I mean the screws for the Z-axis and the timing belt and the linear rods, those are all metric because I'm ordering those online because I don't even know where I would go about buying something like that in the US. I'm importing all of those from China. But when it comes to what the actual frame itself is going to be built out of 1 inch square aluminum tubing. So it's going to be built out of this is steel, but it's going to be built out of basically this, but aluminum. I do not want steel. I'm not. There it is. So I'm going to build it out of this. Out of this tubing because it's cheap and easy to get hold of in America, which I like. And it should be decently strong. It's not especially thick walled, it's 1/28 of an inch thick, but for a 3D printer, it should be more than sturdy enough. I'm not worried. I mean, they said it's perfect for gym equipment and awnings, which would have a lot more load on them than a 3D printer. Um, and again, for 96 inches of it, which is about 8 feet, it's only $16, which is quite reasonable. I mean, I'm probably going to need to buy 2 or 3 of these 96-inch packs, because the 3D printer is just going to be so big. It's going to be, like I said, it's going to be I don't know if I actually even mentioned it, but the bed's going to be 400 by 400. So if we go back to 123D, then we have the bed is this central object right here that you can see, which what was I going to say? Which is, I'll change the color of it. It's this big central orange object right there. And it's going to be a big 600-watt AC silicon heater, and it's going to have a glass plate on top of it. And it's going to have auto bed leveling. You kind of need auto bed leveling for something like this, where it's just going to be so massive that you're really going to need auto bed leveling. But anyways, we are going to mount the motors on the bottom frame. I'm probably flush with the frame, which means we're going to have to modify this mount I found on CAD, which I'm probably supposed to credit whoever I'm using it from. I know I've credited Evan Miranda already, but if we pull up my CAD, so for the rod holders that you can see, the 4 of them here that are being highlighted right now, for those are a modified part from CAD designed by Igor Cha, and they're the SK8_rod_holder. And then my 9x17 mount, I closed the tab, so sorry about that. I'm using it from somewhere on CAD, and it's not. The 9x17 mount is not my own design. I mean, I could have designed it, but I'm not going to waste time designing something I can just download. I mean, this is just for personal use, so I don't really have to worry about the legality of CAD license, because personal use, they generally let you do whatever they want. They're not, and I mean, they let me download it, so, you know, they're basically letting me use it. But if I was using it for profit, I would have to look at CAD's license, which I have not done extensively. Anyway, we're going to mount this flush with the side, basically. And you can see how it's overlapping with the print bed a little bit. I'm pointing at the screen, and if you can see my finger. I should make the mouse pointer easier to see. But anyways, you see how it's overlapping with the print bed. That's fine because this is fairly 2D right now, but basically these are going to actually be below where the actual print bed is. And the print bed's never going to, it's going to be fine. I'm basically designing in like half 3D and half 2D, and weird. Probably not the proper way to do it, but I've completely taught myself, so I don't really know the proper way of doing it, and this way works. I should probably take a CAD course in school at some point. I'm going to mute the audio for a second, just because I don't have that much to say right now, and my dog's barking, and we don't need to murder your ears, all of the people who are not watching this and will never watch this. Okay, so I'm gonna commit sin right now and switch this over to inches, which are the worst unit of measurement ever. But because this outer frame, this blue stuff, which is the tubing, that's all in inches, because again, I'm in America and I'm buying that from an American hardware store. I need to work in inches right now, which is very annoying, I can assure you. I hate inches. They're the worst unit of measurement ever invented by anyone. Anyways, so the general idea is that we're going to have these motors with lead screws, and then we're going to have like a, again, I keep gesturing with my hands as if you can see me. Yeah, so the motors are going to go in these brackets, and they're going to have lead screws going up, and the bed is going to be like this, forever above the motors. and it's going to have little adaptery things that come out. Again, I'm gesturing with my finger. It's going to have little like plates that extend out of it, kind of like this, but they would actually be the right size, and they would have a hole for the lead screw and a mounty thing, one of those brass mounty things. Um, And actually, I don't need motors. There's not going to be 4 motors. There's going to be 2 motors and then two. Um, I might still use this motor mount and just print a dummy that goes in there to mount it, but there's going to be 2 motors and then there's going to be 2 linear rods. And they're going to be positioned in the corners like this. So, yeah. Yeah, I actually do kind of like having the motor mounts here, and I might actually just modify this motor mount. Instead of just printing a dummy, I would print modified motor mounts, because these do make a good right angle. So I would use the modified motor mount as like a way to put the linear rod in. And I keep gesturing. I really like to move my hands when I talk, even when no one can see them. It's very funny. Um, anyway, um, you can see here that we have, this will be the motor mount in the opposite corner. Um, anyways, so you can see that, what have I done so far? I have not done that. I don't know why I'm trying to show you what I've done when I don't even know. I'm not very good at this, clearly. I'm, yeah. It's the thing about, it's kind of, yeah. So what I'm trying to say is there's someone called Buildzoid. Some of you guys might watch him, and he's on YouTube. But he's he's pretty good at and very passionate about extreme overclocking. So he started making videos about it because he wanted to share his experience and his knowledge and kind of give back to the online community. But he doesn't really like making videos. He doesn't get any joy in the videos. The joy is in doing the actual extreme overclocking. Um, where the videos are just something that he does to share it. I mean, he likes sharing it, but he would rather not make videos. And he ends up doing a lot that he doesn't film. I'm a lot like that. I really like um, electronics, and I really like 3D printing, and I really like all of this technology stuff, and I learned a lot of it from YouTube, and I feel like I want to give back. Um, Sorry about that. Other people were talking in the background, and I don't want to pick that up. Just because, I mean, it's nothing extremely sensitive, but it's nothing sensitive at all, actually. It's just, I would rather not pick up, other family members. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah. I learned a lot about this electronic stuff from YouTube. Um, and I decided to do this because I consumed so much content. Um, I wanted to give back and put out my projects and my experiences into the community and hope that other people could learn from that and that I could help other people. Um, but really, it's just and I am almost constantly building stuff, but I'm very intermittent about what I film. Um, because it's such a pain for me to have to film stuff. It's video and filming and all of this stuff is not what I'm into. That's why I almost never edit my videos. I find video editing to be a real chore. It's I mean, I don't mind it all that often. It's just I'm also using painful software. I'm using OpenShot, which on Windows is very unstable, and I could run it on Linux, except most CAD software doesn't run on Linux. And I do enough CAD that it's nice to have Windows. Yeah, yeah. So, anyways, as far as the mounts go, I may even just reuse the acrylic from my old printer and not actually design something for this. So I have to see how that fits. Or I might design something once I start doing the assembly. Um, but for the linear rod, I do think I have to do something. Um, so I don't even know how centered this bed is, which is also a little bit of a problem. Um, I think you can actually pretty clearly tell that it's not centered, especially well. So if we actually went and filled out this frame the rest of the way, which is more or less that, it's decently centered. It's fine. It's not perfect, but it's fine. Um, that's a little better. Actually, that's a lot better. Um, yeah, it's I think that it's still not perfectly centered, but it's fine. Um, what do we need to do? We need to cut these. I guess maybe. But then we need to use like pancake motors. So I don't know. So do I want to have these extended up more above the frame and then lose more ground? Because I only have about an inch to spare on the, no, I actually have a little more. Yeah, I actually have a little more. Because the Z is gonna be 20 inches tall. I'm gonna cut the pieces at 22. And then we're gonna have these because these are 1 inch tubing. They're gonna, yeah. So I have 20 inches, which 20 inches to millimeters. Um, is 508, so roughly 500, because who cares about 8 millimeters? Um, yeah, yeah. So we have enough space to spare that we could probably extend these up a little bit. So I need to figure this out, and I've been designing for 20 minutes on stream, and I probably designed for about a half hour off stream, and I'm about ready to take a break and maybe even print um, these parts, which are required for the top half of the printer. Um, which, yeah, let's do that actually. Um, so, and I know it's late to mention it, but you can see that the last time Octoprint communicated with my printer, it failed due to thermal runaway. Because these printers have E3D V5s, and no matter what I do, I can't get the thermistor to stop falling out. And this new 3D printer I'm building will have an E3D V6. Um, so now it's connected. Um, shoot, I don't have. I have a 1 millimeter nozzle on the printer right now, and I don't have a properly configured slicer on this computer. Um, and also the webcam I don't think is working right now as well. Yep, webcam is not working. So I'm having a lot of problems with these 3D printers. Is basically the gist of it. And I should maybe use a USB webcam instead of the Pi webcam, because the Pi webcam I have is a clone from AliExpress, and it seems to work for about 10 minutes and then freeze up. I mean, it works for longer than 10 minutes, but it's not reliable at all. Um, yeah. Um, I am probably just going to end the stream. Because yeah, I'm going to end the stream. I'm probably cut the end because I don't like that.